Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Talking Reds. In this episode, we are going to be talking about one man and one man only, and that is Mohamed Salah, and what a season he is having for Liverpool. This is a series of we're going to be speaking about individual players this season, what impact they've had on Liverpool throughout the season. So the first episode is going to be about Mohamed Salah. What a season he's having, a Ballon d'Or season, Reese. A Ballon d'Or season. Are we seeing a Ballon d'Or season from Mohamed?
100%, I think so. I don't think this is the first season you've seen him have a Ballon d'Or season. I think his first season for us. I think 100%. I think there may have been one other season, but obviously, hopefully this season. I think obviously if we win the league. I think if we win the league and the Champions League, it strengthens it 100%. But I know a lot of people say he's always been assisting and scoring goals. And I'm not saying he hasn't got assists. I just think he has. I just think he's more of a complete player. At this stage. If you watch, whereas a lot of the time when he first played for us, devastating player, so much skill, but you could see he relied on his pace a lot. Whereas he's still got pace, but he ain't necessarily got that acceleration. That he doesn't rely on that as much. Therefore, he's kind of had to improve his game. I think when he played under Klopp, when they kind of integrated Nunes, they kind of put him out more on the touchline to kind of help Nunes, so he kind of had to adapt there. And then this season, I think Slot's even asked a bit more of him in terms of defensively as well. And I think you just got to pay enough respect and dedication to Salah, how he's kind of looked after himself, always stayed in shape, and yeah, it's kind of he's just improved for me as a player. For me, you could see kind of the way he reads the game. Obviously, I know people could say when he played for Fiorentina and Roma, he kind of played just off the strike, so he's a bit more creative. But you could see the creation is kind of just as important as the goals this season. He could easily decide just to score. I think if he wasn't as creative with the goals, I don't think we would be first. I think it was just goals. So I think it's so important. And I don't think he necessarily gets that credit. A lot of the time, it's just he's a GA merchant and whatnot. And I don't really see that as a. It's
not a bad thing, is it? Yeah, it's not a bad thing, but it's not just that. That's the thing.
I don't see that as a bad thing. I don't see as a lot of the time people say he's not a great footballer. Whereas I would disagree in terms of if you watch him.
He's 3 assists away. He's 3 assists away from pretty much not matching Henry. I think it'd be better than Henry because he's already on 25 goals. Henry was 20. Did he get 20 goals, 20 assists? I think Henry.
Yeah, 20 goals.
So yeah, he is 3 assists away from matching Henry on that in terms of the assists, but 25 goals as well. 10 games left. He's going to be smashing, isn't it? It's going to be absolutely smashing Henry's record.
It's highly likely, 100% highly likely. It's in his hands. I think he will. But yeah, it's just kind of it's like you run out of things to say about Salah because obviously if you go back and you look at the devastating 3 that we had here, Mane and Firmino, I'm not sure if anyone would have thought he would have been the last one left. And the levels that he's still performing at, if you look at the different teams, he's kind of played for Liverpool with players coming in and stuff. Like you kind of run out of plauditories to kind of speak about Salah because he always just finds a way to adapt and kind of go one better. And what I rate about him more is obviously he's professional. He helps young players come through. For any young person trying to come into football who wants to be a sportsman, he's kind of the perfect guy to look at. But he's kind of spoke this season into existence. I think he said last year where this season we want to try and win, give everything and win the league or try and win as much things as possible. And then as you can kind of see, we're kind of on the verge of a great season,
So 41 goals and assists in the league, 51 altogether in all competitions. This is like you're talking. It's talking like Ronaldo, Messi levels. I don't think anyone will get to Ronaldo, Messi levels. I think that shows the levels that they got to. When this is just ridiculous in itself. But you talked about the front three there. The old front three: Mane, Firmino, Salah. Imagine if this Salah was this Salah for Mane as well. I think Mane got a bit angry with him not passing a lot of times, but Salah has become this season a much more complete footballer, a much more all-round footballer. the way he's getting the goals that he's doing, 25 goals in the league is nothing to get easy to get at all. I mean, he's clear top goal scorer. He's going to be win the Golden Boot. But everything else is doing, not just assists, just the chances he's creating. Because assists only assist if someone puts it at the back of the net at the end of it. The chances he's creating, constantly, the defensive work he's doing as well. Against Man City, he got back and he became a second right back at times. How it's madness that this guy could be leaving at the end of the season for free, by the way. But it's how did you think that this could be possible? Him coming back this season being this complete player.
It's hard to say. Like if you ask me in terms of the longevity, it's kind of mind blowing how he's kind of gone through the Liverpool career without any major injuries, and he always seems to get better every season. Obviously, a lot of that has to go down to how he looks after himself, how he trains, how he kind of disciplines himself and whatnot. But I would say also there's a little bit of luck in there because you ain't had no injuries. But yeah, like I said, if you would have told me that he would be the last one left and he would still be performing at such a high level, because you wouldn't
even better, even going to a different level.
Yeah, you wouldn't think.
Yeah.
He's 32 or 33. You wouldn't think that. You would think he's maybe mid-20s or just starting. Whereas this
going into his prime,
this season looks like, for me, like his first season. It just, for me, is better because you could see from his game that his game's just more complete with assists, the way he can kind of dictate play. He can pick up pace, because there was times against City as well. He kind of rolled it back. He done Ake a few times for pace. And I was looking and I was thinking, like, as all of a sudden, Salah got his speed back, because Ake ain't slow, and a few times he done it. So it's just crazy how he kind of dictates the tempo of play. Sometimes slow, sometimes fast, but you can see the decision making has improved so much. Obviously, I think Slot has asked a bit more of it in terms of, I think, to be creative. I think he wants to be, because he always wants to try and improve and get better. But I also think the fact that he's defending for the team, I would have liked to see that under Klopp, because I knew it was possible, and potentially you might have won a few more things. But even him tracking back now, I think it was either a City game or another game where it said how much he's ran. You could see how tired he was, because he's actually defending and attacking. So like I said, I can't. There's too much plaudits when it comes to Salah. If anyone who kind of doubts him, it's at your own. Yeah, I mean,
at your own peril. Yeah.
Really.
We're going to talk about other individuals in different episodes, but everyone's having a great season. Szoboszlai, Gravenberch, McAllister, Van Dijk, Alisson, they're all having great seasons. But where would we be without Mohamed Salah this season, Reece? Where would we be without him?
I think top 4, challenging for top 4.
Really? That's how big of a season he's having.
Yeah, I think we'll be not guaranteed top 4. I mean, as in the mix for top 4. If you take away his goals and assists, I still think we'll be in a good place, but we wouldn't be where we are now, where we're looking at another Premier League where we'll be in position to celebrate properly, potentially the Champions League, League Cup. Yeah, a treble. Obviously not the necessarily treble, but it's still a treble, whatever you would like to call it. But yeah, no, I can't imagine not having Salah. When you kind of think about it, it is worrying. It is worrying.
And this season, I think I've always had him like he's catching Gerrard in terms of legend for Liverpool. And this season alone, what he's having right now is he's going to go on to win as a Premier League title. If we go and win a Champions League title again, Carabao Cup as well. No, I didn't think anyone would ever touch Gerrard. I didn't think anyone would ever touch Gerrard. But if that happens this season, we go on to win another Champions League and a Premier League with Salah, and Salah being the main guy to do it, and he's clearly the main guy to do it, he could even take over Gerrard. That's madness, and that's mad for me to say. That's mad for me to say. And that is just telling you how good he has been the last few years. But this season again, to do it again this season and to go up a level, like we said, we always thought like he could probably last further on. He could last more and do further seasons. That was never in doubt. His fitness is incredible. What we what we thought might not happen is this not only keeping the same level, because last year it sort of dropped off towards the end of the season. We thought it might Doug, but this time he's not even just gone like that. He's gone like that, back up again, even further to what he was before. That's the crazy thing about this season.
Yeah, no, it's quite surreal. Like I said, you can't really doubt him. He's kind of defying logic if you look, because like I said, Mane's maybe not at the level he's supposed to be at now. Bobby, you look at where they're playing at, and they're both phenomenal players. And then you look at him; it doesn't look like he's shown any signs of declining or slowing down. And when he did look like he was declining for pace, he kind of looks like he's reinvented himself. He's kind of using his mind. He's using his mind a bit more. And I think maybe the way we're playing, just to be a bit more creative, he doesn't necessarily have to be the last one running kind of thing. You've got you can kind of see he's just controlling the game. With him and Gerrard, it's always a tricky debate. Obviously, if you're looking at in terms of what's won, then yeah, you're gonna have to say it would be silly to not to say Salah is not Liverpool's best player in the Premier League era. For me personally, it will always be Gerrard because it was different times. But I think he definitely talks to Gerrard 100%. But for me, I don't like to compare the two because it was different times when they were playing. And obviously, I'm not could Salah necessarily have been able to help Liverpool win certain things when Gerrard was there, the teams he kind of had to carry. And then here, I would like to think if Gerrard was playing in this team or Klopp or played for Klopp, he definitely got a few Premier Leagues, but he definitely is in the conversation. And I can understand, like I said, if people do think he surpasses Gerrard, like I said, it's hard not to say not to. But for me, just in terms of what I grew up in that time seeing Gerrard do, I won't ever put anyone past him. But for me, he's definitely in the conversation. He's definitely up there with him. It would be wrong not to. It would kind of be disrespectful not to. And I completely understand people who put him ahead of Gerrard, like I said.
I think what sums up Mohamed Salah this season, and to end on this episode, is the fact that you said is pretty much where we'd be without him this season. And that is, you couldn't have said it any better in terms of what he has done for us this season and what he will continue probably to do for us this season. He is the reason why we're probably winning the league. He's probably the reason why we've got faith in winning the Champions League. It's Mohamed Salah. He's the Egyptian king. It seems to be inevitable. That is the word for him right now. Is inevitable. Every single week seems to be the guy who either does something or creates something or scores the goal that wins us the game. This guy is doing it week in, week out, and he is right now the best in the world. And as I said at the start of the episode, Ballon d'Or season. Right now, if he continues this way, there's no chance, and especially if we win as a team as well, if we win things as a team, there's no chance he's not winning Ballon d'Or. Absolutely no chance. And if he doesn't, then it's an absolute scandal.
I think we're going to have to win the Champions League for him to get the Ballon d'Or. I hate to say it. I think Prem and that should be enough, but I think just because of how it's based.
Yeah, it's a shame, really. It's a shame, really.
The way Spain kind of have it on lock. Obviously, I know Rodri won it last year, but I think even more so because Real Madrid didn't get their way.
And they sort of owe them.
I think I saw some comments from Vinicius saying as to why he thinks he should win it instead of Salah or Rafinha, just saying he thinks he's a better footballer or something. Like, obviously, it's his opinion. It's his opinion, but you can already see certain things are starting to get put out into the atmosphere already. So for me, if we win everything and they rob him of that, then I don't. I mean, that's out of order because, like I said, Van Dijk got robbed of it, and I believe either Salah's first season, he should have easily the impact he made when he
involved. Yeah.
He should have won it. So fingers crossed. Like I said, hopefully you won't be able to deny him. Like if we do win all three.
Right, thank you for watching. Make sure you do like this video, subscribe to the channel, and get your notification bells on as well. There'll be more episodes like this. Mohamed Salah, also the first episode of a few where we're going to be talking about individual seasons, what they mean to us for Liverpool this season, and what performance they have been doing this season. So next episode, I think I'm going to do one on Szoboszlai. So make sure you do get your notification bells on and ready for that. Thank you for watching. Make sure you do, again, like I said, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. Have a great night, guys.